Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever.
We are here today supported by members of the civil society from Kogi State and across Nigeria to present petition to the United Nations mission in Nigeria, the British High Commission, US Embassy, and members European Union to protest, to register a grievance regarding the killing, political killing, assassination and repression going on in Kogi State. This has been going on for quite some time and has become the characteristics of the Bello's government in Kogi State, aimed at suppressing political opponents. We can give a list of the people that have become victims of this assassination and killing, politically motivated killing, which has been going on since the advent of the government of Governor Yahaya Bello in Kogi State, among which we remember the woman Mrs. Salome. We also remember the abduction of Abraman Shitu. We know, we also remember the recent killing of Bala Kabir, popularly known as Okwo, who that the killing which Governor Yahaya Bello has justified on the ground that his immunity or prerogative of mercy has been revoked, whatever that means, but without investigation, without arrest, he was killed at the instance of Yahaya Bello's government, which he has not denied. And in fact, he has continued to attack political opponents. The recent one being the attack on the SDP gubernatorial candidate on his way to Lokoja, and where he was shot at close range with the intention to assassinate and ensure he does not participate in the election. Our clarion call is for members of the international community to come to our aid. We are aware that some of the people who have been responsible for the violence in Nigeria have been put on visa ban, but we want the members of the international community to move a step further by confiscating their assets that they have stashed away in their domain, which they are aware. Some of them are being investigated. We are aware Yahaya Bello is being investigated by the EFCC, by the Anti-Graft Commission, but he has waived his immunity clause to drop the charge, and we want the international community to mount pressure on the Nigerian government to ensure that the investigation is not abandoned and all the killings going on in the state is addressed before the November 11 election. Yahaya Bello does not want election. The National Assembly has described Yahaya Bello as a threat to democracy, and it's a real threat to democracy in Nigeria. And that is why we are calling on the members of the international community to come to the aid of the Kogi State people. We have confidence in President Bola Tinubu because we are aware of his democratic credential, the role he played in ADECO in betting the present democracy. We implore Yahaya Bello to go back to Kogi State and rule instead of following President Bola Tinubu around. During the Salah celebration, we saw the way he was following when other governors, reasonable governors, were in their states celebrating with their fellow citizens. Yahaya Bello was following President Ahmed Tinubu around to Lagos, and we are aware that at a point he was shown and refused access. That was how he left the place. He has abandoned governance. All he is doing, he's hoping that the power that be will help him from Abuja to deliver his candidate, Ododo, in the November 11 election. This will not happen because we are confident that President Tinubu will not support anti-democratic tendency. We are confident that members of diplomatic corps will not support the democratic tendency of Yahaya Bello. That is why we have come to submit the petition to UN mission in Nigeria, British High Commission, US Embassy, and EU delegation in Nigeria, ECOWAS, to come to our aid. And we beg them to come to our aid to call Yahaya Bello to order and to go a step further, not only visa ban, to also confiscate the assets, ill-gotten wealth that they have stashed in the country, and why their own people are suffering here. That is our mission here, and we thank the press for coming to support us in this, and members of the civil society who are here to support us. At the moment, we don't see a peaceful election in Kogi State, except the president of Nigeria will put down his feet to ensure that that happens.
But he has recruited his killer squad.
He has recruited people, excuse me please, he has recruited people to ensure that members of the opposition will not have access, cannot go around Kogi State to campaign freely. All we demand is a level playing field in Kogi State, that for all political parties, we believe in rule of law, we believe in democracy, we believe in human rights. All these things Yahaya Bello does not support, does not believe in it, and that is why he's out to victimize anybody with a contrary opinion in Kogi State, and that is what is going. This is the situation in Kogi State.
Okay, we are talking about Kogi elections.
Yes.
And this is the FCT.
Yes.
Do you have plans of having this protest in Kogi State?
We are afraid for our lives. We wanted to do that, but we are too scared that even holding rallies in Kogi State can ensure that you are killed. Yahaya Bello will definitely sponsor people to come and shoot, kill, and maim.
Your faces are going to be on television, so
yes.
What are you saying?
Yes.
Are you not afraid that your faces are going to be on television?
We are not afraid. We are not afraid because we are doing what is right. In democracy, protest is allowed. We are not doing anything. We are in non-violent groups. We are lawyers who believe, and members of civil society who believe in democracy and rule of law. We are not violent, except Yahaya Bello is after us. And we are calling, that is why we are here, before he will carry out his dastardly act.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yes.
I know that.
Like my learned senior and both just addressed you, the press, we are here today to register our dissatisfaction with what is going on in Kogi State. We are here because we understand precisely the amount of investment the United Nations, the United States of America, the United Kingdom, and other international bodies have in democracy. We know how much resources has gone into promoting democracy in this country. And lately, every factor indicates that democracy is at risk in Kogi. Governor Yahaya Bello and his crop of militias that he has particularly trained has done everything conceivable to bring democracy down in Kogi State. And because we know that the United Nations and the United States of America, through their relevant agencies, have so much investment in democracy, we know how much they have done to ensure mass participation in democracy. And we know that all the activities of Yahaya Bello has been tainted towards discouraging the mass of the people from participating in the democratic and electioneering process. That is why we have brought this protest to the very door of the United Nations, the United States of America, the British High Commission, and all relevant international agencies, that there is need for them to rise to this occasion and defend the democracy that they have known to have stood for over the years. The United States of America is the beacon of democracy worldwide, and that is why we have brought this protest at the doorsteps of the United States of America, that America would not sit down and watch its investment being plundered by one single individual who ascended the seat of the governor of Kogi State by divine accident. And since he inherited the office of the governor of Kogi State, all he has done is to marshal out the resources and powers of the state against its citizens. It is on record that Kogi State under Yahaya Bello has failed to to live up to its responsibility of protecting lives and property, which is the primary responsibility of a government. It is on record that in Kogi State, under the command and control of Governor Yahaya Bello, a woman political leader of an opposition party, PDP, Madam Salome Abu, was set ablaze in the full glare of the whole world, and nothing has happened up to this very moment to the perpetrators of that dastardly act. Recently, as recent as a month ago, a radio station owned by the state government, an infrastructure put in place by the government itself, just for the single reason that it aired the fact that a political opponent of Governor Yahaya Bello, Alhaji Murtala Ajaka, was attacked by the convoy of Yahaya Bello. The next day, the station was not just shut down, it was completely brutalized and looted. As we speak, there is no radio station in the eastern flank of Kogi State today. A whole lot of atrocities is being committed against our people in Kogi State. Recently, Kabiru Bala Okwa, who was granted amnesty in the first place as a result of his criminal tendencies and imprisonment, but subsequently recruited into Governor Yahaya Bello's militia and used over the years to brutalize, humiliate, and kill our people. Ultimately, he had a change of mind. He realized the futility and evil of what he was being used to do, and he had a change of mind and changed allegiance. But lo and behold, his properties were burned down, his family house was burned down. Eventually, his person was extrajudicially killed. We can't continue like this. We have come before the United Nations, we have come before the United States of America, we have come before the British, the United Kingdom, and we are calling on them, including the Nigerian government, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Bola Tinubu, who is a civil rights activist, that they should come to our aid in Kogi. All we are asking for is that they must use every instrument at their disposal to remove the power of force at the disposal of Governor Yahaya Bello. Once that is done, our people should be allowed to exercise their franchise as it is constitutionally and internationally granted under international instruments.
Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. We shall always fight for our rights.